begin today in child's pose. Sitting on your heels, folding forward, and we'll have the arms alongside the body, fully resting. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor in this position, then please prop it up using a pillow or a blanket or maybe just your hands or your fists. Otherwise, rest your head on the ground and keep your arms alongside the body. And take a deep, long, slow breath in. And when you exhale, really let the weight of your arms sink down toward the ground. With each inhale, try to fill your back body. Bring your attention to your breath and the space it occupies. And inhale until you feel all the space filling with breath. Every time you exhale, try to relax even more, feeling the heaviness of your upper body, releasing onto your lower body. And then extend the arms overhead and walk them over to the right. Place your right hand beside you and push that hand into the ground to send your left hip back toward your heel. And then walk the fingers of the left arm out as much as you can so that you're long from your left sit bone to your left hand. And then breathe into that length. Slowly filling and emptying. Expanding and contracting. With your breath, take it over to the other side. Left hand is beside you. Push into it to send your hips back. Walk out through the right arm. And breathe deeply into the whole right side. Take your time. Keep inhaling until you feel like you've maximized the amount of space you can fill. Relaxing with your exhale. And then come center. And lift up to hands and knees. Coming into a table position with the hands right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips. And you can come onto fists if your hands are happier that way. And just take a moment with a flat back and feel the weight sinking down through the arm bones and the leg bones. Establishing the weight evenly across all four legs of this table. And then with the inhale, starting in the belly, tilt the tailbone up, lift the chest, lift the eyes as the breath lifts up the front of the body. On the exhale, the tailbone tucks, the belly lifts, the head drops, making the space between the belly and the spine smaller to release all the air out. And then just continue like this back and forth, inhaling into cow pose, watching the breath roll up the front of the body, exhaling cat pose, feeling all the breath be squeezed out as you lift the navel. And then come back to neutral spine. Sit on your feet. We'll just warm up the hips. You'll see that it'll work your abs a little bit too. Bring the arms out in front of you. And then on an inhale, lift your seat. Exhale, hips drop one way, arms drop the other way. And then lift, inhaling center, exhaling other way. The next time your hips come down to the right, hold there. Let your arms relax down. We're going to cross the left foot over the right foot, just like that. Let the left hand rest on the leg. We're going to bring the right arm behind us. Now, if you can grab hold of the left arm with the right hand. If not, just bring your arm behind you and rest the backside of that right hand against your back. Good. We're going to inhale and lift tall through the heart, and then exhale and slide that left hand forward. Now, if you're not holding on to that arm, then really you're just going to need to press your hand into your back to help roll that right shoulder open. And then we'll look over the right shoulder. Maybe close the eyes and feel the length of your spine growing taller as you inhale. And then just relax the shoulder, relax the belly. Maybe looking over the shoulder even more. Reaching the eyes to the right. Good. And then release the arm, come back around to the front. Cross the right arm over the body to the left side. Flex at the wrist and pull that right arm in toward you without bending the elbow. And then turn your head to the right. Release and bring the right hand to the ground, kind of beside and behind you. Push into the hand and lift the hips and send the left arm overhead. And then either lift your gaze, bringing your chin toward your armpit, or drop your gaze, bringing your eyes to your right hand, chin toward the other shoulder. Push down into the feet and try to send your hips forward. Reach out of the fingertips. Breathe slow, deep breaths. And then release the hips down. Send the arms out in front. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop to the other side and release the arms down. Crossing the right foot on top of the left foot. And then bringing the left arm behind your back and either leaving it there or, if you can, grabbing hold of the right arm and just resting the right hand onto the leg. Inhale and lift tall. Exhale and either slide your hand forward or just press the back side of your hand into your back to rotate that left shoulder over. Look over your left shoulder. Maybe close the eyes so you can better feel what's happening inside your body. Notice if you're breathing fully, or if you get to the place where the breath reaches a comfort point, and you know intuitively that breathing deeper will take you into a little bit of unknown territory, places that prefer to be hidden than felt. And so maybe you don't breathe as fully as you can to stay feeling safe inside your body. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be safe. But you can try to bring a kind attention to the experience and add some safety with your mindfulness so that you can expand your comfort zone by breathing more deeply, opening more fully. Release back to center. And then send that left arm across the body. Pull it in with the right hand. Flex at the wrist. Try to straighten your hand. Feel the stretch in the hand. And then look to the left. Straighten that left arm. And then release. And bring the left hand kind of beside and behind you. Press down into the fingers. Lift the hips. Push into the tops of the feet to help you get the hips under you. And then bring the right arm overhead. Turn to look up or turn to look down. Really reaching out of those fingers to encourage the lengthening of the breath. Release the arms, sit down. Rest your hands in your lap. Drop your chin to your chest. Bring the chin over to the left shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Keep the spine straight. Even though the head is dropping, we don't want to round through the back. You can imagine that the inhale lifts the chest to the chin and the exhale drops the chin to the chest. And then bring it over to the other shoulder. And come center. And lift your head to neutral. Inhale and send the arms out to the side. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back, resting your fists on your lower back. Keeping your fists there, imagine that you're trying to pull your hands apart and see if that rolls the shoulders back and the shoulder blades in toward each other. And then keeping the shoulders where they are, straighten your arms, taking your hands off your back if possible. Breathe into the chest. Feel it spreading wide. Imagine that the opening starts at the center of the chest and goes out in both directions, widening across the heart. And then relaxing the space between the shoulder blades in the back on the exhale. So it's kind of a wrapping motion, starting at the inhale, opening out toward the shoulders, and then exhale and relaxing those shoulders in toward the center. Good. Now notice which thumb is on the outside and relax the hands back in your lap. Relax the shoulders down. If you're unable to continue sitting in this position, you could change your position. But we're not going to be in it much longer, so if you can stay, stay. Inhale, open the arms out to the side. Exhale, clasp the hands with the opposite thumb on the outside. Again, letting the fists rest on your lower back. Pulling the hands apart to roll the shoulders back and in. And then straightening the arms, taking a breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to fold forward, tuck the chin, lift the buttocks off the heels so that we're on the top of the head, letting the arms lift up. Yoga Mudra. If the heels of the hands can come together, bring them together. Steady, deep breath. Release the hands to the ground. Slowly sit back on your feet with your chin to your chest. Come up very slowly. When the head is upside down, you don't want to hurry in coming up. And then once you're up, keep walking the hands back behind you, keeping the fingers facing forward toward the knees. Roll the shoulders back. And then either stay here, sitting on your heels, lifting your chest, dropping the head back unless that hurts your neck, then forward. Or if you can, lift your hips off your feet. Push down into the tops of your feet to lift higher. And again, drop the head back if you can, forward if that's better for your neck. If you want to go higher, you can come up onto your fingertips. Deep breath. Push out against the resistance with the fullness of your inhale. And release down, lift your head slowly if you had it back. And come back into child's pose. Relax the arms down. Relax the body down. Relax the mind. Feel the gentle waves of breath moving through your body. And then extend the arms overhead. Lift your hips. Keep the hands shoulder width apart. The fingers spread wide and facing forward. Curl the toes under. Take a breath in. On the exhale, lift your knees, but keep them bent. Push forward into the hands and send your sit bones back as if you're trying to line them up over your heels. Pull your arms down into your shoulders, down your back. Keep your fingers all active, pressing into the ground. And then try to lay your ribs toward your thighs, just like we do in child's pose. Just letting the upper body sink down. Keep the length in the spine by pressing the hands forward. The knees are still bent. The breath is streaming through the body. And then slowly straighten the left leg and press the left foot down. Bend the left knee. Take a breath here, stretching long through the spine. And then straighten the right leg and press the right heel down. Drop the ribs toward the left leg. Relax the head toward the floor. Feel your breath. Bend both knees again. Good. And then straighten both legs. Arms down the back. Ribs still dropping. Head still hanging. Hands still pressing forward. Hips being sent back. Heels pressing down. And then look forward. We're going to bring the right knee to the inside of the right hand. Come up onto the fingers. Curl the left toes under and lift the left knee off the ground and press back through the left heel. Press into the fingers to lift the chest. And then just bring that left hip forward a little bit more. Aim the left hip for that right heel. Keep the back leg straight, the knee lifted. A few more breaths here. Opening that hip. Good. Look over your right shoulder. Then bring the knee to the ground. Relax the foot. Bring your head back to center and fold forward. And again, you want to try to rest your head. So if it doesn't come to the ground, make a pillow with your hands or your fists. Or if you have a real pillow handy, that works too. And notice if all your weight is coming down toward that right buttock. Try to level your hips, dropping your left hip down. And then take a deep breath in and exhale and drop your back ribs forward. Walk your hands in. We're going to swing that left leg out to the side. Flex the foot. Sit on both sit bones. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come down to the left. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Reaching the right arm overhead. Sinking down. But not turning to face down. We really want to stack the right ribs over the left ribs. One of the things you can do to help that is to press that arm into the leg to help kind of twist those left ribs under you. Flexing the foot, pushing down into that left leg. Reaching out of the right hand, breathing long. Good. Inhale, come up. Reach up. Exhale, turn to your right, bringing your left hand over to your right knee, your right arm behind you. Try to be on both of your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, turn the belly to the right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, ribs turn. Inhale, tall. Exhale, chest and shoulders turn. Inhale, tall. Exhale, eyes reach back, head turns. Take a few more breaths here on your own, feeling the length of your inhale and the softening of your exhale that may allow you to twist more. If you're rigid and tight as you exhale and try to force your way into it, it's not going to work. You need to relax into the exhale. Use an inhale to come around to the center and reach the arms up, turning all the way to face your straight leg now. Exhale and fold forward, relaxing the arms on either side, really flexing that foot actively, pushing down through the thigh and out through the heel, pulling the toes toward your head. Letting the inhale make your spine long, maybe feeling how pressing down into that thigh allows you to lengthen out through the crown of the head. On the exhale, draw the belly in, relax. Relax the arms, there's no need to strain. The only thing that needs to work is that leg. On your next inhale, roll yourself up, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of you. Slide that left leg back. Curl the toes under. Press into the hands and step back into downward dog. Roll the elbows down toward the ground and the fingers in toward the floor. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, lengthening the legs. And then look forward and bring the left knee up to the inside of the left hand. Come up onto the fingers and keep the back toes curled under, and then lift the back knee off the ground. Keep the chest lifted and press back through the right heel. Long, slow breath. And then aim that right hip for that left heel. And then look over your left shoulder. Bring the head back. Release the back knee down. Relax the toes down. Take a breath in and fold forward. Resting your head on the ground, the hands, the fists, or plank. Try to bring the right hip down so that you're not leaning into the left side. Relax. Whatever you feel, hold it gently. Focus on your breath. Enjoy the relaxation response of the exhale. And then walk your hands in, rolling yourself up. And send the right leg out to the side. Flexing the foot. Sinking into both sit bones. Inhale the arms up. Exhale over to the right. Bringing that elbow to the inside of the leg. If you don't come down low enough for the elbow, then just the arm is fine. We want to have something there so that we can roll the ribs open and to the left so that we're not doing this, but really opening the side body, that left arm reaching overhead. Gazing up or gazing down. Up helps you open a little bit more, but if that's hard on the neck, down is a good option. Reach out of the fingers. Breathe into the length. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Finding the weight in both sit bones so that you're not leaning left or leaning right. And then lift tall as you inhale. Turn the belly as you exhale. Inhale tall. Exhale. Turn the ribs. Inhale tall. Exhale. Turn the chest and shoulders. Inhale tall. Exhale. Turn the eyes and head. Close the eyes and continue lifting on the inhale, making space between the vertebrae, which makes it easier to then turn them. When something's jammed, it doesn't move. And inhale back around. Reach the arms up, turn to face your straight leg. Flex the foot actively and fold forward, letting the arms rest down, letting the elbows rest down, letting the head rest down, and engaging the leg, pushing the thigh into the ground. And that actually does two things. As you push down, you may notice that it kind of helps propel your spine longer, which deepens the stretch. But also, when you push down, you're engaging this quadricep muscle, the large muscle in the upper thigh. And That's what we call an antagonist muscle with the hamstring, the one we're stretching in the back of the leg. So what that means is when one works, the other one can let go. So the more you engage the front of the leg, the more you can release in the back of the leg and stretch it. Really, the stretching is going to happen by the relaxing. Relaxing, letting the upper body just release, soften, sink. And then roll yourself up. Good. Bring the arms around in front. Lean the leg back. Curl the toes under. Send the leg back into downward dog. And then walk the feet up to the hands. Good. Bend your knees. Lay your torso over your thighs with the knees bent. And clasp your hands behind the back of your head. As you inhale, press your hands into your head and your head into your hands. And then as you exhale, reach back with the elbows. Continue like that or just stay here passively. Relax the arms down. Keep the chin to the chest and the knees soft as you roll up. Reaching up tall through the arms as you inhale. Exhale the arms down. And again, reaching up as you inhale. Exhaling arms down. One more time. And when the arms come down, let them rest. Close the eyes. Feel the feet resting on the earth. Feel the head lifting toward the sky. Relax the belly. Relax the face, the jaw. Let the breath fill into your body. Let the exhale sink you into the ground even more. And without losing your connection to your breath, let your weight shift into your left foot, feeling how solid that leg feels. Feeling the breath. Staying inwardly focused even as the eyes gently open and find a spot, perhaps down on the ground or on the wall across from you. Staying with your breath, Begin to bring the right knee up to the chest, taking the hands below the knee, pulling in, shoulders roll back and down. Push into the standing leg, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Pull the navel in and down, sinking the tailbone. Breathing. If you fall out of the pose, don't fall out of the breath. If the body doesn't stay balanced, can you keep the mind balanced and steady? Not reacting to the fall, not leaving your attention. Releasing down, completely uninterrupted awareness of breath, eyes closed. The breath is like the background music that the body dances to. If the dancing stops, the music is still playing. Shift weight into the right leg. Let the eyes open, but keep the awareness inward. When you're ready, lift the left knee. Clasping the hands under the knee and drawing the knee up and in. Roll the shoulders back and down. And scoop the belly in and down, dropping the tailbone. Breathing. If your eyes wander, your body will wander. If your mind wanders, your body will wander. Practice keeping everything steady. Even if the body isn't steady, can you keep the mind and the eyes steady? Slowly release down, close the eyes. Feel the breath. And then just shake the body. Shake, just letting go of all that tightness that may have formed around the balancing and the effort. Just let the body bounce. And come to stillness. Step the feet wider apart, with the toes wider than the heels. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, bend the knees and bring the elbows inside the thighs. If you can, touch the thumbs to the sternum. If it feels like your inner hips could stand to stretch even more, you can bring one fist to the hand or even two fists. That'll open those knees wider. And then sink the tailbone down. Can you feel as though you're breathing into your tailbone? Release one hand behind you, maybe both hands. Come down onto the ground. And then we'll bring the hands to the knees and lay down, bringing the knees in with us. And then bring the arms inside the legs to wrap the hands around the bottoms of the feet and lift the feet up to face the ceiling. Bring the chin down toward the chest. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, drop the backs of the shoulders toward the ground. In theory, the ankles line up over the knees, so you may, on your next exhale, try to move your feet back toward the wall behind you. Lay your tailbone down on the ground. Another deep breath in and out. And then release the hands, hug the knees in. Release the feet to the ground. Arms down. Tuck the tailbone under. Release the legs. Shake the legs out. If you're using an eye pillow, place that on your eyes now. And then let the arms open out to the side with the palms up. Breathe in deep and slow through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, feeling the body sinking into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale, release the jaw. Drop it down. Let the lips part. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of your mind. Letting go of thoughts, images, memories, judgments, stories, fantasies. Letting your mind just rest, feeling the breath, and letting the breath just rest. So there's no sense of taking a breath, but rather just receiving whatever breath happens to come. And there's no sense of judging the breath or evaluating the breath, but rather just being with it. Like sitting beside a good friend and just sitting in loving presence, being with. And noticing if the mind does tend to wander. It's okay, that's the mind's habit. But we work now to unravel that habit by bringing the mind gently back to the breath again and again. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting everything go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. And rock side to side. Feeling your back getting massaged by the ground. And come center. Bring foot to foot and hand to hand. And then rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And roll over onto your side. Resting your head on your underside arm. Resting your body on the ground. And resting your awareness on how your body feels. How your mind feels. How your heart feels. Taking in the gifts you've given yourself with some gratitude. And then slowly bring yourself back up to sitting any way that's comfortable for you. Sinking down to the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders, relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.